Hey guys, so today I'm going to be showing my back day with a little bit of forearms for my reworked bro split. I was going to do something else this week, but to be completely honest, I'm totally swamped, and recording these workout videos is much less time consuming because I just have to record what I do anyway. So here we go. To start off, I'm doing wide grip pull-ups first. These are weighted, and I usually try to do these for 3 sets in the 5 to 10 rep range. Also, for these, I like to sort of hook my grip more over the bar so that I'm not really sure what the grip is called. If anyone knows, let me know. But I don't hang just by my fingers. I try to rotate my hands forward just a bit, and I find that grip tends to help. I'm able to hold onto the bar better, and it just generally feels better for me. I also try to imagine pulling through my pinkies, so I kind of try to feel like I'm putting more pressure on my pinky fingers as opposed to my other fingers. And that also helps a ton, because if I do pull-ups without doing that, for some reason I get elbow pain. I have no idea why, but yeah, it really, really helps. Up next, sticking with lat work, here I'm doing weighted chin-ups. And these I also do for 3 sets, but because I just did wide grip pull-ups, I'm not able to get it in the same rep range using the same weight. So for these, I shoot for about 4 to 8 reps on each set. I don't really have any tips or special things that I do for chin-ups. I don't know, they feel pretty intuitive to me, so I just grab hold of the bar and go. I do notice, however, that on chin-ups, my legs seem to want to swing more than on pull-ups, and I honestly have no idea why that is. So I usually try to pinch the weight more with my knees. There you can see I kind of lost the weight a little bit, trying to control it, and that can make it a little bit more difficult, but I don't know, I think it's fine. Like, I don't think it's really going to make any difference. But anyway, moving on to the next exercise. Since I finally got a bench that's sturdy enough for this, I have switched from bent over barbell rows to chest supported barbell rows. And I've had to reduce the weight significantly compared to the bent over rows, because with bent over rows I feel like I was using a lot of cheat, a lot of momentum. So being able to do chest supported rows is really, really nice, because I'm kind of forced to keep my form a lot stricter. And because I can do chest supported rows now, I'm also doing kelso shrugs. So the chest supported rows, I'm shooting for 3 sets of 5 or 6 to 10 reps, and then immediately going into kelso shrugs. Just, 3 sets, however many reps I got on the rows, I try to match that, or at least match that, with the kelso shrugs. And this is really cool for me because for some reason with rows, it's really, really hard for me to gauge how close I am to failure, or even if I'm at failure. I don't know what it is about it, but for some reason, it's just way harder for me to do that with rows. So being able to do my rows and then go directly into kelso shrugs, it really helps me make sure that I've hit my traps sufficiently, those mid and upper traps. Because if I'm a few reps away from failure on the rows, I can just use those shrugs to just totally finish off my traps and make sure that I've cooked them sufficiently, which is actually one piece of advice I will gladly give about the bench. If you're building a home gym, do not cheap out on the bench. If you get a cheap bench, yeah, it can work, but it's not going to be very sturdy. There's going to be a lot of wobble to it. Spend the extra money and get something nice. It is so worth it. I absolutely love this new bench. Anyway, moving on to the last exercise. As you can see here, it's just dumbbell hammer curls. And I'm doing these standing here. I keep switching back and forth between standing and seated. I seem to switch every few months, and I'm not sure which one I like more. Regardless, I always try to do these for 3 sets in the 8 to 12 rep range. And I don't know, I find that when I'm standing, I can use a lot more weight. And then when I'm seated, I have to take a lot of weight off. I guess that's probably just because when I'm seated, I have to be more strict with my form. But anyway, I do these, kind of for, brachialis and forearms. And they seem to work pretty well for that, I think. Also, they're just a lot of fun. I really love hammer curls. Like, I don't know why anyone knocks hammer curls. They're a great exercise and they feel so good. Also, just as a side note, this has nothing to do with the workout, but I absolutely love this shirt. This is seriously one of my favorite tank tops that I have with Vegeta on it. And it says, "Pain is temporary, pride is forever." I do not have any affiliate links of any kind whatsoever. Don't have any plans to get any, but yeah, if you can track down this shirt, I absolutely love it. Anyway, that's pretty much going to do it for back and forearms. So, hopefully if you're still watching, you enjoyed that. Thanks for watching. Leave a like, leave a comment if you want, and I'll see you in the next one.